Life in Pagosa Springs isn't about tall buildings or crowded streets. It's about clean air, hot springs that gush from the earth's belly, and a small community where everyone knows each other's names. In this tiny town, hidden among the San Juan Mountains, life moves at a slower pace, and that's precisely its appeal. That's Pagosa Springs, Colorado. This little mountain town might not be on many people's radar, but for those seeking a slow-living lifestyle with a touch of nature, this place can feel like hitting the jackpot. In the southwestern corner of Colorado, the town sits snugly at an elevation of 7,126 feet, surrounded by the winding San Juan River and the lush trees of the San Juan National Forest. The name Pagosa itself has roots in the Ute language, Pagosa or Pagosa. Many say it means healing water, but some Ute elders believe that Gosa actually means stinky. Indeed, the hot springs here have a sharp sulfur smell, distinctive, but said to be healing. If you want to get here, the only major road you can take is US Highway 160. The route is something else, twisting up and down Wolf Creek Pass with a steep descent of 3,730 feet that gets the heart racing a bit. In an old C.W. McCall song, this road is even nicknamed Switchback City because of its relentless sharp turns, which keep surprising you, but also treat your eyes to breathtaking panoramas. In 2025, Pagosa Springs is home to about 1,000 people. The number is small, but that's what makes the atmosphere feel close-knit. Almost everyone knows each other's name. The median age is 34.5 years, slightly younger than Colorado's average of 37.5 years. This means many residents are in their prime working years, full of enthusiasm, fresh ideas, and the energy to build. As for diversity, this small town has an interesting mix. About 47.2% of residents are Hispanic, followed by 43.7% white, and 5.1% identifying as two or more races. Though the population isn't large, Pagosa Springs is growing livelier with retirees seeking peace, young families who enjoy a nature-close lifestyle, and, more recently, remote workers. The presence of the Pagosa Innovation Center proves it, offering ultra-fast internet at speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. It's clearly become a magnet for digital nomads who want to work while enjoying mountain views. Even on platforms like Indeed, there are dozens of remote job listings aimed at people in Pagosa. This small town is truly starting to adapt to modern lifestyles. Oh, and out of a total of 1,005 housing units here, only 687 are occupied daily. The rest are mostly vacation homes or short-term rental properties. When talking about Pagosa Springs, it's hard to separate it from the tourism and wellness industries that are the town's lifeblood. Each year, around 375,000 tourists visit. Most come to soak in its famous natural hot springs or explore the surrounding forests and hiking trails. The arrival of these travelers provides hundreds of jobs, from hotel staff and restaurant cooks to spa therapists and rafting and hiking guides. To keep tourism rolling, Pagosa has a lodging tax scheme called the Lodgers Tax Fund. It's 4.9% for the town area and 1.9% for the county. In 2024, this tax generated more than $1.19 million. Those funds are then used for tourism promotion, event hosting, and maintaining city infrastructure to keep it welcoming for visitors. What about the cost of living? Pagosa Springs has a cost of living index of 100.5, almost on par with the national average. Because prices for goods and services are slightly lower, living here is overall 4% cheaper than the US average. and 13% more affordable than the Colorado average. Although the town is small, its economic activity is noticeable. In 2023, the number of residents in the workforce rose nearly 10%, from 773 to 847, a surge that shows real recovery after the pandemic. The retail sector is the backbone of the local economy, with about 178 residents working as cashiers and sales clerks. Another 127 work in construction, building new cabins, cafes, and shops, and 121 work in healthcare, supporting the growingly diverse community. However, this growth hasn't been shared evenly. Household income in Pagosa Springs is only about $36,700 per year, well below the Colorado average, and per capita income is $24,141. Worryingly, around 23% of residents live below the poverty line, more than twice the state average. But there is good news. High labor demand has driven Archuleta County's unemployment rate down sharply from 5.4% in February 2025 to 3.7% in May. Interestingly, Pagosa Springs has a vibrant, colorful scene. Every Saturday from mid-June through late September, the lawn of St. Patrick's Episcopal Church turns into the busiest spot in town. The Pagosa Farmers Market runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., welcoming locals and visitors who want fresh produce, homemade bread, local honey, and herbal remedies. Pagosa also boasts an active art scene. The Pagosa Center for the Arts regularly hosts performances by Thingamajig Theater, a professional troupe that never fails to impress. Local performers also take the spotlight through Curtains Up Pagosa, showing that the town's artistic spirit comes from both seasoned pros and passionate amateurs. And for a touch of nostalgia, the Liberty Theater still screens classic and indie films. It's the fourth oldest movie theater in Colorado, and its atmosphere really transports you back in time. Of course, you can't talk about Pagosa's culture without mentioning the town's signature, healing water. Every November, Pagosa Springs holds the 3-day Hot Springs Fest, celebrating the power of nature with live music and yoga. More than just a modern festival, it also honors the old Ute belief that the hot springs are sacred and meaningful. But in Pagosa Springs, it's almost impossible to miss the town's main icon, the natural hot springs that are its pride. The geothermal system here isn't just any system. In fact, its primary source, known as Mother Spring, is the deepest geothermal system in the world, reaching depths of more than 1,002 feet. Its temperature is stable as well, ranging from 62 degrees Celsius to 72 degrees Celsius, just right for soaking a tired body while taking in the tranquil panorama of the San Juan Valley. If you prefer outdoor adventure, Pagosa also offers many hiking trails and easily accessible waterfall spots. One of the most popular is Treasure Falls, just minutes east after crossing Wolf Creek Pass. Here, 95 feet of water plunge powerfully from a cliff, a perfect spot for postcard-worthy photos. Meanwhile, in the center of town, Reservoir Hill Park features a light hiking trail suitable for families, plus a bonus disc golf course at its summit, a fun mix of sport and nature tourism. For those who love getting wet, the San Juan River is a favorite rafting venue. Whether you want something leisurely at the Whitewater Park or something more extreme on the Piedra River Rapids, you can choose according to your courage. And when winter arrives, Pagosa transforms into a snowy land. Wolf Creek Ski Area is known for having the best powder in Colorado, averaging 430 inches of snowfall each year. There are 77 ski trails for all levels, and the best part, almost no lift lines. So you can head straight down, from the beginner-friendly blue runs to the challenging chutes. For cross-country ski enthusiasts, the Pagosa Springs Nordic Club also maintains more than 50 kilometers of trails that weave through snow-covered pine forests, the perfect place for a morning workout with a magical view. Though surrounded by extraordinarily beautiful nature, life in Pagosa Springs also has its own challenges. When it comes to healthcare, for example, all basic services are handled by Pagosa Springs Medical Center, a small hospital with 11 beds operating 24 hours a day, complete with an emergency department and local ambulance service. But if you need specialist care such as cardiology or major surgery, patients usually have to be referred to a larger city like Durango or even Albuquerque. For education, particularly for families with teenage children, there's only one high school option: Pagosa Springs High School. If you want to pursue college, be prepared for a fairly long commute. The nearest campus is the Mancos campus, Pueblo Community College Southwest, about 50 miles away, or you can head to Fort Lewis College in Durango. That journey isn't a big deal for some, but it remains an important consideration if you live here. One more serious challenge: winter. Once the snow starts falling, U.S. Highway 160, especially the stretch rising to Wolf Creek Pass, can become a slick slope with a grade as steep as 6.8%. The local government does regularly clear the route of snow, but it's still recommended to check the weather and carry tire chains if you have to travel this road. Better safe than sorry.